See all of you here for such a good cause, and know that you're a part of what we are doing here. And I want to personally thank Chief Meadows for all the work that he's been doing to make this coalition a success. So today what we have, and we are all just excited about it because we only had one drop box in Coweta, and that was the Sheriff Department. So now we have two. So for us, it's very special. So that's why we're having a ribbon cutting and unveiling. So today, we just want to say thank you to the chief for all that you do in the police department, from DEA Take Back Day to today. So now, thank you, Russ, for everything you do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
I want to welcome everyone here today. Appreciate you coming out. The drop box is an important thing to have because a lot of people, whether they have prescription drugs or illegal drugs, they're not going to come in to turn them in to anybody. This way they drop them in the box and go about their business. They're secured. The box is anchored to the concrete out there. There is a camera on it, so the dispatch is 24/7 and everything. So it's a good cause. Help you take drugs that's expired and all out of your houses and everything. At this time also, I'd like to introduce Mayor Brady's presence, Mr. Ray DeBose, Mr. Paul Gill, and Cletus Phillips, the city manager. And did I miss anybody? Plus police officers and everyone. And also John Herbert Cranford, the district attorney for the Cady Judicial Circuit.
And we have Dr. Morris, who's from AV Pride.
All right. And Dr. Morris. If I missed anyone else, I apologize. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. McCray.
I am so excited. Today is an awesome day. Thank you all again for coming. We see so many wonderful faces. We see our coalition members. All the coalition members, please raise your hand. The ones who are with the Coweta Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, we thank you. This initiative, we have 4 strategy teams, and this initiative actually falls under the Lock Your Med team. Initially started with the leader of Hank Arnold. Hank just walked in, and now Sharon Rogers, and Sharon is back there. We want to thank John Rigel, who's here. He is responsible for helping us to get the lockbox. And after John, we're going to ask District Attorney Cranford if he'll say a word or two. Thank you so much. John is going to tell us a little bit.
Yes, well, it's been a pleasure to assist, to put the chief in connection with the CVS Pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy has been very kind over the years, last 2 or 3 years, in providing these boxes free of charge to law enforcement across the state. So this is about the 40th box that CVS has put in Georgia. So that adds to the already existing 230 boxes that the Council on Alcohol and Drugs put out there. All the white boxes you see in the sheriff's office, those were given by the Council on Alcohol and Drugs. So I did want to promote just real quick that the need for, since we're disposing drugs, right? How many of us keep our drugs? Do more people keep their drugs or dispose of them? They keep them, right? So I've been doing this for 35 years. Actually, I've been the director of the Georgia Prescription Drug Abuse Prevention Initiative for 8 years. And this is the one thing that people fail to realize. The most dangerous thing in your house is unsecured prescription drugs. Because the opiate epidemic, that's where it comes from. It doesn't come from them getting illegally. Well, I guess it wouldn't take them from your neighbor or your family without them prescribing is illegal. However, buy a drop box, $40 insurance policy, and a lockbox, I'm sorry. So thank you very much.
You will be helping us in the future to ensure our lives, so that's a great thing.
Absolutely.
Yes, so much. District Attorney Cranford?
I'm Herb Cranford from the DA for this 5-county judicial circuit. I just want to remind everybody, we're all here because there is an opioid epidemic. It is not just nationally or just the state of Georgia, it's in this community as well. And we unfortunately see a lot of young people who otherwise are good people, would be productive citizens, but get addicted to opioids. They end up in our court because it's a felony. And oftentimes we see, and I think the statistics show, most people obtain opioids, at least initially, from within their own home, from a relative's home. And the initiative that we're here for today will really put a dent in that. If you stop leaving them in your house for them to be taken by a young person to experiment with, that person may never get addicted and end up in my court, much less end up deceased or with a real problem. So we want to encourage everybody to turn their drugs in to the drop box here or at the Sheriff's Department. Spread the word, let everybody know. That's the smart thing to do. We appreciate everybody being here. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.